Hey, what's going on? Ryan here with Intersection Records, and we're going to do a baseball show. And we're going to do another one later in the week about the upcoming season. But the World Baseball Classic just ended a couple days ago. And I got to say, I wasn't sure about this when it started a couple, 6 or 7 years ago. I think this might be the third World Classic. This thing kind of blew me away for a number of different reasons, and we'll talk about it. Baseball is a global sport. Obviously, being from the United States and growing up a huge baseball fan, we have a great product here because baseball was founded in this country in the 1830s by Abner Doubleday, and the National League started in 1876, and the American League in 1901, the World Series shortly thereafter. We have a great product here, but this is a huge global sport. And what this tournament really showed me is that, and it just ended. So the United States got to the finals after beating Cuba. Japan beat Mexico to get to the finals, and Japan beat the United States. The stadiums were electric in this tournament. Some of the tournament was played in Japan. Some of it was played in the United States, in Miami and in Arizona. These stadiums were packed, and Colombian fans were coming out, and Mexican fans coming out, Dominican Republic and Cuban fans. And the shrieks and the sheer energy in the stadium was unlike anything I have seen in baseball in a long time, because people are so passionate in the Latin American countries for this game. I don't know how the television ratings did, but celebrating baseball on a global level is pretty cool. Anything that grows this sport. This is a sport that isn't thriving in young communities. Lots of great athletes are not choosing to play baseball. The African American population in baseball is incredibly down from when it was, even 20 years ago, but certainly 30 years ago. Those great players are playing football. They're playing basketball. The culture isn't suggesting that they should play a game that's not as exciting maybe to a younger person. But let's face it, much of these rosters are made up of not only Latin American players, but Asian players, Korea, and Japan. Japan just went out and won this thing. Shohei Ohtani and Yu Darvish and Lars Nootbaar, guys that are in the major leagues, plus guys that are in their own respective league in Japan, playing and winning, and they have the bragging rights. And these are true bragging rights now. This is a tournament. Mike Trout said it's the most fun he's ever had playing baseball. Mike Trout's played in 3 playoff games in his career, and the last one I think was in 2014. He says it's the most fun he's ever had. Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado are saying this is one of the best things that they've ever done in their career. Adam Wainwright, I'm a Cardinal fan, as you can see. These are my Cardinals. This accomplishment would have been like winning a World Series for some of these guys that haven't won before. There were some injuries. Jose Altuve broke his thumb on his right hand, hit by a pitch. He's out. Edwin Diaz in a celebration with the Puerto Rican team blew his knee out. He's out probably for the season. This is a guy that's the number 1 closer in baseball. So there were casualties. Nolan Arenado got hit and had to leave the game in the hand. And it sounds like x-rays are negative, and he played in the final. You don't want to see the injuries, but it's real baseball, played at a high level, played at the highest level, and played for countries, and it added a new dimension to an already great sport. I think that this tournament's going to grow. I wonder if it shouldn't be at the end of the World Series. So if somebody does get hurt, that they have the whole off season to recover, or even have it in early January somehow to not compete with football, so that if somebody does get hurt, you can recover instead of having it in the middle of March. Even if even if you get dinged up a little bit, maybe you don't miss that many games. I don't know how to tweak it. The 2023 rules where the shift is coming in, that was not part of this, so there were shifts in this. I think we need to change that. I think we need to have the Major League Baseball rule changes with the pickoffs, the limited pickoff throws, the bigger bases, the shift outlawed. But in general, let's celebrate baseball on a global level. Let's celebrate the fact that we're growing a sport that needs to be grown. And it needs to be grown here in the country. Maybe we'll do another show on how to grow baseball in the United States, especially in certain communities that are underrepresented in the league. So peace out. Subscribe to my channel. We'll do some baseball shows all year long. We'll do a prediction show next week on who I think are going to win Cy Young, MVP, Rookie of the Year, League Championships, and World Series. Peace out. See you later.